the beauty of being able to learn that, having your genome learn that, and having that be passed on.
So if your generations are in the same environment that caused all the trauma and stress for the original parent, and it stays like that, understandable, you've got the mechanisms that you should be able to survive. But what if that environment changes and you don't long lead? Surely you've got a slightly maladapted series of offspring.
It's the question of maladaptation. I cannot create a space in my mind that would describe biology being maladapted. Because what if that odor did come back? Right? Like the odor could never come back, and then yes, you probably have a few more neurons and maybe you smell a little bit less peppermint, but what if that odor does come back? Because not smelling peppermint won't kill you, but not smelling almond could.
Yes, see that.
So, and that's evolution right in a nutshell, right there.
Happening much quicker than we normally
we describe that. It's not epigenetic, but it's in the skeptics community. We describe how it is we are so good at seeing patterns, even when there's no pattern there. And it's been plausibly traced back to, if you think you see the lion in the bushes and you run away, even though there wasn't a lion in the bushes, you live another day. If you don't think there's one there and there is, then that's the end of your gene pool.
Game over.
Right? So there's a benefit to the caution, to be on the cautionary side of all of this.
Let's throw it into the moment. We have a war in Ukraine. There's a war raging in Gaza.
Both with huge tolls on the next generation.
The stress and trauma must be unimaginable for the likes of me or anyone else on imagine. Are we likely to see future generations experiencing all sorts of issues like we did with the winter flood?
Scary.
Yeah,
really sad,
is it
heartbreaking,
most likely
scary.
It'll be the new black people of the world.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, look, this is generations on generations, right? And I do think, and I would love to add, my hope as a neuroscientist is that biology is adaptive and wants us to survive. And so although there is going to be an element of inheriting the man-made trauma, right? It's not like ethological trauma, it's man-made trauma that we are
Notice that
having.
phrase hasn't become degenerative. Man-made trauma.
I said what I said.
I was going to say.
Okay.
I was going to say.
I didn't stutter.
It's kind of hard to degender that one.
It's like human-made trauma,
exactly.
political, man-made trauma.
You know,
All right,
Deal with it.
Right, but I would want to finish the fact that we can still learn. And so my hope is that in understanding what's happening with these mechanisms that the Marlin Lab is studying, we can also understand a little bit more about what it means to readapt when things are not in a state of trauma. That's what we hope to bring forward. So it's not all hope is lost.
Is there a difference in heritability between the male who experiences the trauma and the female? The female's carrying eggs, but the male produces sperm.
yeah.
This guy, can we sit on that for a second? This is the part that makes me excited about science. The mantle factor epithelium turns over on the order of 21 days, maybe 40 days. So like there's a neuron, it's born, live your best life, you're dead in 40 days, and a new one comes in. In humans, in mammals. So in humans and mice.
Why does it die away?
So for example, maybe if anyone's had COVID over the last few years, you'll come to know you can't smell.
Didn't smell.
But then after a while, you begin to smell, right? Because
Or
there's a
you
turnover.
smell things that you're not smelling, like gas.
Okay, I'm
That
sorry
was
you had that.
That was my experience.
Right.
I kept saying, "Who left the stove on?" I'm running around the house like, "Someone left the stove on," and they're all looking at me like, "What is your problem?"
Terrifying.
We have an electric oven.
Okay.
Good one.
Right? But now you can smell fine.
Yeah, I'm
right?
fine.
If you ever, maybe when you played soccer, you probably headbutted a ball.
Yes.
And for a period of time, you probably couldn't smell well, or your taste was kind of funny. This is because, well, you.
But no, I can see what you're saying.
Okay.
I can see that there's a direct cause and
Yes.
effect.